Hello everyone, Ladislas Maurice, the Wandering Investor. Today we're in beautiful Istanbul and we're going to be doing some viewings for the Turkish Citizenship by Investment Program. We'll be looking at some real estate together with Keith. Keith, how are you?
Great, yeah, doing very well. We're going to look at a bunch of options today, ranging from budget to kind of higher end.
Okay.
What we usually do.
And then Ayaz is going to join us for one or two of the viewings, sure. I guess. So Ayaz, where are you from?
I'm a Canadian citizen and I live in the UAE.
Okay, and you're looking to make some investments here in Istanbul?
Yes, I want to invest here and hopefully get the CBI.
Okay, you live in Dubai. Why not invest in Dubai?
I have invested there. The market is just too expensive right now, and that made me look elsewhere. I think one needs to diversify and look elsewhere as well, not one place, no matter how good a place could be.
Did you exit the Dubai market from a real estate point of view?
No, not really. I mean, I do have investments there still, and I plan to keep it. I did not buy recently, so the prices were good then.
So essentially, you're keeping your exposure to Dubai, but now you're looking to diversify elsewhere.
Yes, exactly.
So Keith, what are we looking at here?
This apartment, I believe, is about 55 square meters, one bedroom, 10, 12-year-old building, 150K. 5 minutes to Nisantasi.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about the 5 minutes to Nisantasi? What's this neighborhood? Because it's not Nisantasi.
We're in the neighborhood of Meşrutiyet, which is actually just right on the border. So just turn around the corner here and make a left, and you're on Vali Kanal, which is like the main street in Nisantasi, which is prime area in downtown Istanbul.
Yeah. So prime here in Istanbul. All right, let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the maintenance is a little average. Shoes off, this being Turkey.
This is the kind of property very near Nisantasi, excellent for the rental market, more or less optimized for the rental market. This will rent for about $800, maybe if it's furnished a little bit more. It's got a nice little view out the back. Hardly any maintenance that we have to do coming in, so that's a big plus. Compact, 55 square meters. Very nice view there. Everything somebody needs, urban sort of living, walkable distance to the metro as well. Osman Bey is about 7-8 minutes.
So easy, non-controversial, occupancy rate will be 100% pretty much.
Yeah, never empty.
Yeah, a place that will never be empty for sure. And it's bright.
Yep. No maintenance, no renovation to be done. That's good. Comes furnished, so no headache there. There's an elevator in the building. It's not working right now. We'll check on that. And it's pretty well maintained building, as you can see. HOA will be really low. I'll ask about that, but you're looking at about $20, $30 a month, something like that.
Okay, because the
tenant pays that as well.
Okay, because they've been skimping a little bit on maintenance.
They could put it up a little bit and do a few things. Yeah.
So Ayaz, what do you think of what Keith is trying to sell you?
So we looked at this apartment. It's a small one, I would say, 55 square meter, but I think in a very good central area, in a reasonable condition, just a little bit of touch-ups or maybe a couple of $1,000 of repairs or things like that. And I think it will go good on rent. My purpose is investment, so I think it's solved for my purpose because it will have good return, will probably have 100% occupancy, and I think it's a good one.
Easy to sell as well.
Because of the location, I think it will be easy to liquidate.
So how many apartments are you going to see right now? Like how long are you here in Istanbul?
I'm here for 3-4 days. I spent probably half a day with the lawyer, did the legal stuff, and then the next 2 to 3 days are with Keith. And I think in 2 days we are seeing 15 to 16, maybe even 18 properties. So Keith is quite efficient actually and productive.
And are you going to buy properties on this trip or later on remotely or come back?
This was really just the groundwork which I did. I did not stay in a hotel sitting there. I walked the streets of central Istanbul. I used the metro. I wanted to get a sense for the city, for the society, for the place where I am planning to invest my money. I think this part is done. I got a good feel and sense for the market. And now with the lawyer and Keith here working for me, I think I can do the decision making remotely.
And Keith, what percentage of your clients buy in person versus remotely?
Yeah, I think it may be upwards of 50%, but a lot of people follow this kind of method that Ayaz has done here, and that is come and do some reconnaissance, maybe find their main property if they're buying 1, 2, or 3 for CBI kind of focus on getting that done. And yeah, pretty high percent.
So I bought 3 properties here in Turkey, 2 of them in person, 1 entirely remotely that Keith sent to me. Keith hadn't even checked it out. He told me I didn't see it, but it looks like a good one. I made an offer, and it turned out to be the better of the 3 deals, the one where I literally did not get involved. So maybe there's a learning in there. So now we're going to go check out another property, right?
Yeah, we're going to head back up to Taksim and check out the place. Yep.
Great. Let's go.
Okay.
All right, so we're in a pretty prime location here, right?
Yeah, Taksim Square, 200 meters.
Taksim Square is the Times Square of Turkey, 200 meters away. The other apartment that we saw when we were running the numbers, you would end up on the long-term rental market after all expenses with a net rental yield of about 4.5%, but this you say can do better.
Yeah, I think because of the Airbnb option here and it actually, the license potential, whereas some of these other residential units, very difficult to get the license.
We're gonna walk through the lobby. You'll see the target audience is more Middle Eastern, Eastern European. The target audience is not Finnish or Norwegian, but then we'll see the apartment. The apartment is a bit more classical.
Yep.
All right,
Great.
let's go.
Okay.
I feel like the furniture, I'm not sure it comes across on video, but it's starting to feel very dated, a little old.
It's definitely faded. I would spend, a couple of K on updating the furniture for sure.
Can you tell us about the amenities in this building?
Yeah, swimming pool, spa, pretty decent gym, parking. Yeah, pretty much everything.
And some of the apartments, this one doesn't, but some of the apartments you're telling me have Bosphorus view?
Yeah, the price goes up a bit, but as you go up higher in the building, and the top 2 floors, top floor in particular, has a pretty decent Bosphorus view. Yeah.
Okay, cool, great. So we're gonna sit down now and do all of the Airbnb numbers in detail. So Keith, what would be the nightly rate on Airbnb?
$150 a night. We were running an Airbnb here about 3 years ago, and it was $125 at that time. I'm sure it's up over $150 now.
So in the meantime, there have been some Airbnb regulations that have been implemented across Turkey, which means that only buildings with commercial licenses can do Airbnb, or if in a residential building, every single owner in the building must approve Airbnb. So it means that it's just put a hard cap on the number of Airbnbs that are available on the market, which therefore means that prices have gone up. What would be the occupancy rate?
I think you'd be looking at about 65%. Istanbul's become much more year-round tourism than it was, say, 10, 15 years ago. So yeah, pretty high occupancy.
What about your property management for Airbnb?
For Airbnb, we charge 20%.
All right, and then there are the usual expenses like property tax, earthquake insurance, a little bit of money for incidentals and maintenance. What about the HOA?
The HOA here is actually a little bit higher. It's $400 a month, but that includes your heating, includes water, and you even have free internet here as well, so it's not bad.
For Turkey, $400 a month of service charges sounds like a lot, but yeah, when you take into account that it's got all of essentially everything.
AC all throughout the summer, you got big windows here, so,
It's really not too bad. After doing all of the numbers, you end up with a net pre-tax yield of about 6.5%. So Keith, what percentage of your clients look for pure investment versus investment, but also having a pied-à-terre here in Istanbul?
I think a lot of people might come in with the idea of getting a pied-à-terre as well, but in the end, maybe 75% just go for straight investment. But still, yes, some people want to have that option of the pied-à-terre. It kind of complicates the issue somewhat because then you're really dealing with people's personal preferences, whereas straight investment's much easier for us to deal with. And one more thing, when you're doing one advantage, I suppose, of the Airbnb is you get to use it for a month or two yourself, and the income's based in USD.
So less volatility versus the lira.
Yeah, if you're worried about that, it can be a consideration.
Because one of the key worries that investors have when investing in Turkey is lira volatility.
Yep.
So excluding the Airbnb aspect, if you go into long-term rentals, what do you have to say about lira volatility with regards to rentals and also the value of the real estate investments people make?
Well, in terms of the rental, you have to look at it like how the salaries are adjusted each year by the inflation. So there is some attrition in the amount you get versus a hard currency like the US dollar or euro within the year, but it resets at the end of the year when you can do your allowable rental increase. So there is some, it does diminish in that period, but maybe not as much as you think. And then you get to reset it after a year. Now, of course, the property market and the values of the properties often tracks really in USD anyway. So that's not as much of a concern. Actually, where the lira goes is not so important in terms of the property values. It's what's the state of the actual real estate market that's important.
Turks have come to view real estate as a safe haven. So notionally, they see real estate in USD terms. So whenever there is suddenly a large devaluation that takes place overnight, like 10%, everyone the next day is calling their realtor saying, hey, let's raise the price. Sometimes people don't do this, and that's when you have opportunities on the market.
Yeah, we haven't seen that kind of devaluation in the past few years, but certainly before that we saw these kind of things. And always what happened, it seemed that the prices reset in USD.
So I wrote a whole article on the real estate market here in Istanbul, the neighborhoods that are interesting, the neighborhoods that are not so interesting, and key things you should know before entering this market. So there's a link below. And if you're looking to invest in Istanbul or in Izmir real estate, whether it be for pure investment, lifestyle, or the citizenship by investment program, feel free to get in touch with Keith. There's a link below in the description. Keith, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Hey, all the best.
Make sure to download my free ebook, 12 Mistakes to Avoid When Investing in International Real Estate, which you can find on my website, link below. And feel free to follow me on Instagram @TheWandering Investor. I look forward to hearing from you.